Welcome back to your
Second.
favorite sports podcast. We're back with episode
Nine.
Nine.
It's Kobe episode last week. So.
Yes, that's true. Yes, episode 9. Well, 2 weeks ago, because we had our little extra last week,
we
the
did.
best of the rest bracket.
We did.
And we will be talking about the bracket later in the episode. But Trent, I wanted to ask you something first, and we'll get to the whole the branding and all that stuff. We'll do that. I'll save that till later because I want to get right into this. What two athletes do you want to see punch each other in the face? Let me elaborate a little more while Trent thinks. We just had last weekend. We just had a major fight.
Major.
A fantastic result for some.
Major fight, though?
Not the one you're thinking of. I'm not talking about the two uncles fighting at a cookout. That was Tyson versus Roy. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Logan Paul versus Nate Robinson, which was
Jake Paul.
Oh, Jake Paul?
Jake Paul. Not to
I
get
don't
your
know
Pauls
the difference
confused.
between the Pauls. I'll be honest with you,
Yeah.
folks. Sorry for all the millennials that watch this. Or not, no, I think it's Gen Zers.
I think
That
it's
would be
Gen
his
Z.
people.
Yeah, those are his guys.
But the Paul guy
Yes.
that just leveled poor Nate Robinson.
Poor Nate. Goodness gracious.
Oof. Have you seen like the videos with where it's like set to like with cartoons and stuff and like the birds fly around his head and
I haven't seen that.
oh, there's some really tremendous edits out there.
I saw a meme with him as the NBA logo, though. Just laid out.
If you haven't, I give you permission right now to pause this, but come back. But pause it right now and then just go look up Jake Paul, Nate Robinson knockout. It is phenomenal. And look,
Phenomenal.
we don't want to promote violence, but it was in a sanctioned sporting event, and Nate got his stuff rocked.
Nate's a grown man. He's been an athlete at the highest level, won dunk contest. He knew what he was. He thought he could beat him. I know he did. He said, I'm beating him. I'm Nate Robinson. There's no way I'm going to lose a fight to a YouTuber.
Yeah. Which I love how people think this dude is just a YouTuber.
I know.
And he's training regularly.
He's a big dude.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And he proved it.
He knew these jokes were going to fly.
And now it's been confirmed, apparently, that he's going to be fighting Floyd Mayweather in the new year.
Logan is actually.
Oh, Logan's. See,
Logan's
this is what's
fighting.
happening. I'm getting confused.
He's getting his paws mixed up.
I'd be more interested if it was Jake then.
Well, Logan kind of led this whole boxing YouTuber. I think he fought YouTubers. I don't think he's ever fought a boxer.
Oh, I thought it was Jake that fought KSI.
No, Logan fought KSI.
Is that his name, KSI? I'm getting
Jake
that right?
actually fights fighters. Like he fights.
He fights. Okay.
He fights real.
Man, these guys are so
fighters.
easy to get confused.
I know they are. But the Logan Floyd is like, I don't know the outcome of that. I know the outcome.
Well, you know the outcome.
I know
of
the
that.
outcome of that.
Yeah.
But
From a result standpoint,
yeah,
you know the
because
outcome.
Logan, I can't believe we're deep diving on Logan.
Yeah,
Paul
we don't want to go
versus
too
Floyd.
deep on this, but I had to preface why I asked you what athletes you want to
Yes.
see punch each other in the face.
So,
Although, does that even really need a preface?
nah, I guess not.
But still, there's a reason we asked.
So the two athletes I would love to see punch each other in the face. This is funny, actually. I think this is a good one.
Mhm.
You let me know. I think I'm gonna go, and this is for my Yankee fans who if you know, you know.
Uh-huh.
I'm leaning A-Rod versus Jeter.
Oof.
Punch out.
Yeah.
Celebrity
How many rounds are we
boxing.
going?
It doesn't have to be super long. I'll
Yeah.
say Jeter. I think Jeter will want probably like six
Yeah, I was gonna say like
2-minute rounds.
yeah.
I think Jeter is more than capable and fine with that to try to knock
Who
and
wins?
park A-Rod. I think Jeter wins that fight.
Yeah, you think
I
so?
really do.
It's because he just has that like he's just like a different kind of guy.
I think he's a silent assassin.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll ever tell. Even though I don't want to sleep on A-Rod, and I feel like he would train for that in a weird way, and he'll do the whole Showtime 24/7, and like,
yeah.
You'll see him running with his shirt off, and like
He'd
J-Lo's on the bike, like
Yeah,
right next
yeah,
to
yeah.
him, and Just the attention would be crazy.
Well, that's what I think. I think it would. Alex would look the part.
Yes, he would.
Alex would come in like looking like he's ready for a fight.
Definitely.
But I agree with you that I think Jeter ends up winning because he's that kind of athlete.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lose. That's the thing. He's one of those guys. It's the old cliche of like you'd rather have a guy that hates to lose more than he likes to win.
Exactly.
And Jeter is that.
Completely.
And A-Rod loves to win.
He loves it.
And like losing, he doesn't enjoy, but like he loves to win. Jeter hates
to
losing.
lose. He hates
And
it.
that's a desperate man.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in a fight, I mean, it can go either way when you got a desperate man. But when you got a desperate man of his athleticism and ability to lock in, yeah, I think at the end of the day, I think it go to decision. I don't think Jeets is knocking him out.
Yeah, it'll go to decision for sure. But I think I think he'll try to be cerebral in the beginning, and then he's gonna try to wail on A-Rod. Yo, I'm laughing because it's just the thought of them boxing is hilarious to me.
Yeah, I also like just the image of those two guys in trunks.
Yes,
Is like
you think
that's funny enough.
You think Jeter's dad bod right now?
Yeah.
Heavy? Yeah, you think so?
Definitely. I mean, he locked up Hannah.
Yeah, he's good.
He's
right now.
out here having kids.
Yeah, he's good.
Full blown dad bod mode.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. Not like disgusting and grotesque.
He was never like he would never be confused with like DK Metcalf.
Yeah, he's not. He's not like a very physically beautiful man. He's not like sculpted out of clay.
He's got a baseball body.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is fine.
It's fine.
He
Listen.
did plenty with it.
Jeter is not complaining about anything.
No,
He's perfectly fine.
not at all. But yeah, I like that. That's a good matchup. I don't know who I would. I mean, there's some. I would love to see like a good. I'm trying to think of a good, like wide out corner, like people who were rivals on the field that really do want to punch each other, and just letting them actually do it. Who were the ones? There was something recently that where like dudes were trying to get to each other in the locker room. That was in the NBA, right? They were waiting outside the locker room for each other.
That was.
When did that? Was that Pat Bev?
I feel
and
like
somebody or who? What? You remember that?
I feel like that was Chris. That was the. I feel like that was.
And he said
Blake
like he
and
gave
Chris.
him his room number. You remember that he was saying his room number across the court to him.
Was it Blake and Chris or was that Kyle? I think that was.
Oh, it was Kyle Lowry. Yeah,
Kyle
who was
Lowry
it with? But yeah, because I remember, was it Kyle Lowry who gave the room number?
Was it Kyle Lowry and Kelly Oubre maybe?
No, I thought it was another like smaller guy. It was someone I can't remember now, but I remember what I have the image in my head of the guy literally. They read his lips and he mouthed like 6A, like he gave him the room number and told him like where to find him after the game.
Was this like in the bubble?
This was in the bubble, yeah.
Yeah, you're not giving out numbers regular schedule like
no
season, right?
I forget who it was. There's people watching this that are like screaming and know who it is. But that's what I'm talking about. Like guys who actually want to fight each other.
Yes.
I'd love to see, if we're talking about an actual, like a decent enough fight, like I'd love to see, like you're saying, like Blake and anybody really. Mm-hmm. Kenyon Martin. Yeah. I'd love to see in a fight.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Steven Jackson.
Steven Stack. Shout out to Stack.
That'd be fun. I'd like to see like Steven Jackson and Gerald Wallace in a fight.
Yes.
I feel like there's some unresolved things there.
To me, it's another one? Ron Artest versus anybody.
Yes. Well, Ron was talking about fighting a Paul, or people were talking about Ron fighting a Paul. One of the Paul guys, yeah.
Hilarious. That's hilarious.
Since I'm not even going to hazard to guess which Paul guy.
It was one of them, though, right?
But one of them, yeah. Oh, hold on. What's that? Hold on. Come closer.
Jamie?
Come
Jamie's
closer.
helping out?
No, Aaron Gordon. Was it Aaron Gordon? That's probably why I remember it so much.
Yes. Was that wasn't a playoff game? That had to be.
No, it wasn't a playoff game. Kyle Lowry and Aaron Gordon. By the way, that's
shout out to our Jamie.
Yeah, for real. Shout out.
Came
through and did it silently. Remained anonymous.
Just I love it.
Held it up on the board.
Kyle Lowry, who's winning that fight?
I don't know, because Aaron Gordon's a lot bigger than Kyle Lowry. Like, that's not necessarily a fair fight. But Kyle's
he's
scrappy.
a dog.
Yeah.
He's a dog. He's like a fire hydrant.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
That's
Well,
what he
and
is.
also I think Kyle Lowry's got a tougher chin.
Yeah.
So like
He's a
I don't know
Philly-
if
he's a Philly guard. Like,
yeah, and like I don't know if Aaron can take too many shots from Kyle. Whereas I think Kyle could take a few on the chin
yeah,
and even get knocked down and still get up. I don't know if Gordon hits the canvas. He's
Yeah.
probably not getting back up.
nah, I think I don't,
He's gonna
I,
get
I
slapped.
think he's got a soft chin. To be
Yeah, he
honest.
probably got a soft chin. So I'd have to go Kyle Lowry. But that's something I'd like to see. Like dudes that are inviting other dudes to their room to
I
fight
know that's
post game.
aggressive. That's aggressive for sure.
That's who I'd like to see.
That's
How about
aggressive.
like maybe like a commentator and an athlete, or like an owner or a manager and an athlete? Like
Yeah.
you think about classics like Billy Martin,
Yeah,
you know, fighting Reggie Jackson.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
which Reggie would smoke him.
No, he would. He
I
would.
mean, oh my goodness, you go back and watch that video of Reggie running off the field after his 3 home runs,
I know.
and you know he would take someone's head off.
Completely. Who would be a great manager versus player?
Or how about like a battle of epic athletes? Like what about LeBron James versus Bo Jackson in a boxing
That's
match?
crazy.
Whoa,
That's crazy.
just
bro.
two physically freaky dudes.
See, I would like to see them like UFC. See if it would,
Yeah,
would
that
look
would probably be pretty
That'd
good.
be nasty.
Mhm.
That would be nasty. Yeah, 2 athletes. Well, let me give you my 2 old head athletes. I'm going
Go
old
ahead.
head here. So like 2020, Shaq and Charles.
Oh, that'd be great.
A full
But you'd have to give
TNT.
him like rock'em sock'em gloves, like big
Yeah,
gloves, so
big
there's
gloves.
not like because I don't want to watch them hurt each other,
No,
but I do want to watch them throw hands for sure. For sure.
that would be hysterical.
You'd have to give him headgear.
Yeah.
Like give him headgear
Yeah.
and just let it be like your 2 uncles fighting at the cookout.
Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious. That's Tyson Roy.
That is exactly what it
That's
would be.
exactly
It
what that
might
is.
actually be a better fight.
It'll be a better fight. It'll be a better fight for sure.
I'm trying to think of like Charles Oakley and Dolan. Let's let them duke it out.
That's not a fair fight.
No, it's not.
That's not a fair fight at all.
It could be Charles Oakley, Dolan, and like he could pick a friend, and I'm
Well,
still taking Charles.
I'll take Charles Dolan and all of the security that took him out
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
for sure. What about Spike and Dolan?
Oh, that's a fair fight.
That is a fair fight.
Yeah, I like that.
You could do it right in the hallway there too, where they tried to get him to go through the main entrance. Who gets? Or, first of all, I don't know if this is true or not, but I feel like I remember him being Spike Lee was trying to go through the PR, like the media,
The media, yeah.
and they tried to get him to go back around to the. Not they couldn't have told him to go through the 34th Street entrance.
No, I think it was the like
the VIP?
the VIP like high price season ticket entrance. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah.
smaller entrance.
I feel like if Spike's coming through the media, that's not the first time he's done it,
Not at all.
and he's been there for what, 30 plus?
Yeah, it's like how are you going to tell me no now?
now, right?
Yeah.
I've been coming here for 30 years.
Yeah.
Season ticket
That's like you've been going to the same deli your whole life. You get a coffee every morning and you pour your half and half in the coffee, and then you go to pour your half and half and the guy goes, "It's an extra 50 cents." And you go, "Excuse me?"
Huh?
Yeah.
Are
You
kidding
dump that coffee on his head.
me? Completely. This is a joke.
Yeah. I'll never come here again. Actually, I'm coming back tomorrow and I'm pouring this half and half in my coffee. I dare you to say 50
I
cents.
dare you. That's
Better
ridiculous.
not hear a word.
I dare you. But nah, yeah, Dolan
Dolan and Spike,
is
that's a
something.
great one.
That's something.
That's
right
a
there.
great one.
But nah, Charles and Shaq will be incredible.
Yeah. What about like an old school, new school matchup? What about like a battle for the city? Like two guys who maybe are both kind of equally known for their city that could battle it out to decide like who is the top dog. How about we were talking about this off air? How about Nick Foles and Carson Wentz?
Ooh.
The battle for Philly.
For our Philly listeners,
Yeah.
who's winning that?
Carson Wentz is winning that.
You think so?
He's just like you said, he's like he's a country boy. Like
Yeah.
not country like down south. I think it's worse that he's a country boy from like out in the wilderness.
Yeah, he's out in, like from Big Sky country.
Yeah, like he can like throw something he just killed over his shoulder and walk it out miles. You know,
He's a strapping guy.
he would be like training just out in the wilderness, like throwing wood around and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
What's
like Rocky when he fights the Russian.
Yes, exactly.
That's the kind of training
He's
he'd
like,
be doing.
what's Leonardo DiCaprio? What was he in? We had like 5 lines in the movie.
Oh.
He's like killing bears.
Yeah,
Fighting bears.
yeah. The Revenant.
Revenant.
Yeah,
That's-
he'd be out there.
Carson
Revenant.
Wentz is the Revenant.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, he's out in like complete North Dakota going crazy fighting bears.
But that's it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think he has to win just the brute strength that he probably has.
Yeah, and see, Nick will probably like, he's like kumbaya. Like,
Yeah, Nick will probably take it a little too easy. And Carson would be like, I gotta knock this guy's head off.
He'll tell Carson, yo, we don't got to do this. Like, we don't got to do this for them.
Yeah, like right up to touching gloves, he'd be like, we can still.
You don't got to
Carson would be like,
conform
I'm
to
gonna murder
society's
him.
norms and all that nonsense.
Yeah.
Carson's like, yo, I fight bears. Like,
Yeah, Carson would be like, I'm gonna kill him in this ring, and then they're gonna take his statue down.
Let's see who
Like a battle for the city.
battle for the city.
Could even be different sports, like you know, a basketball star and a football star, maybe from different eras, and it's like, whose city is it really? Even I don't know if that's necessarily a problem here in New York. It's pretty clear who New York's heroes are, you know, and who the city really belongs to.
And I don't think there's ever been an edgy guy that I would want to see fight that like played in the city necessarily.
How about Odell and Josh Norman?
I feel like I saw that already though.
Yeah, I guess
know?
so. You really saw Odell fight the kicking net.
Yeah, he lost that one too.
Yeah, he did.
Sheesh.
Yeah, that
You
probably
think
wouldn't
Odell
be-
could fight? I don't think he could fight.
No way. No way. Odell goes in his room and listens to Frank Ocean when he's mad. You know what I'm saying?
This is the Marvin's room, right?
Yeah, he listens to Marvin. Hey,
Shout out
look,
to OBJ, man. He was great.
that might be his boyfriend. We don't know.
Oh man. Yo, listen, okay. I'm gonna look right at the camera. That was my guy, Nick. I have no idea what he just said, okay? I love Drake and I love OBJ. Okay.
I wouldn't have a problem with it. I wouldn't have a problem. I'd be happy for them. I'd be happy for them.
I mean, how crazy would that be?
It would be fantastic. I've said for a while now, that would be fantastic. That's a power couple. I'd have no problem with that.
Gosh. I'm allowing him to do this too. That's the crazy thing. Let me stop feeding into his narratives, this guy. Back to fighting. Who can fight?
Fighting.
Let's see. How about this?
Okay, I thought of one.
How about I'm gonna go goalies here. Check this
Oh.
out. Marty Lundqvist,
Oh, that's great.
right?
For like people from
Tri-State.
from the tri-state, that's great.
Yeah.
That would be like that's a polarizing fight. I mean,
It
for
is.
obvious reasons.
Yes.
But by the way, for those that don't know what we're talking about, it's Marty Brodeur from the Devils fighting Henrik Lundqvist, the goalie for the New York Rangers. Both iconic and staples of their team.
See, Marty
And the
Brodeur,
city.
is he first name eligible at this point? He is, right? He's in that list. Like, you just got to say Marty. You know who Marty
in the
is.
context, but I don't think out of
You
context.
think so?
Yeah, like
I mean,
you could,
not the casual.
like you could say Henrik, and people know because like how many Henriks are there?
Yeah, you could say Henrik or Hank. You could say
Hank,
Hank here.
yeah.
Like, you could say Hank where we are right now. You could say Hank. And you could say Marty, and they'll know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, but I think for Marty, it's the context. I think you still have to go last name
Yeah, right?
out of context.
Okay, yeah. Tri-state wise, you could say both those names first.
Yeah.
Like, you could say Odell. People know
Odell.
Odell.
Well,
You could say Odell.
that's also like it's
Yeah.
not like Marty's a kind of. You could be talking about like someone's mailman. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like just like
Right.
Henrik is not a common name. So
Yeah.
like when you say it, you know, but that'd be like saying, like not knowing that you're talking about football and saying Julio.
Yeah.
People be like the guy,
Julio.
like the guy I went to school with. Like you know, people would not know what you're talking about. So it's all about context. There are those certain guys, but that's a good one. That'd be fun. Like the crowd would be fun at that
Yeah.
because you'd have just like heated like that. There'd probably be a lot of fights at
Yes.
that fight.
No, for
The
sure.
undercard would just be all fans fighting each other in the stands.
And we're not. Rick TBH's not fighting anything, right?
No.
He's just coming in
Rick
third.
would probably commentate,
Yeah, he would.
which would be fun.
He's not a great fighter anyway, right?
No.
He lost a couple fights.
Yeah.
I remember, was it Johnson who punched him out?
I don't
I
remember.
remember goalie fights with him losing.
Yeah. Well, look at. I mean, you know, I don't want to like.
Nah, Rick is fine.
I don't want to discredit Rick, but like. Sorry, I'm moving this because I feel like I'm getting a little weird feedback from the mic. No, it's just he's similar to like Foles, like laid back, and
Yeah.
it's not his bag.
Nah, it's not. That's
But
true.
I like this matchup. This is what I was thinking of. What's his name? Malik Beasley
Mm-hmm.
and
Scotty Pippen
and
Jr.
Scotty. Yeah,
Oh, Scotty Senior.
Scotty Senior.
I think Scotty Pippen Jr. would fight him too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He was like, "Yo, this guy's ridiculous." Like,
But I was talking because I had said like the old generation, new
Yes.
generation. There you go.
Scotty Pippen versus Malik.
I'll tell you what. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. You make him run the gauntlet.
Yeah.
He fights Scotty Senior first,
Yeah.
and then if he gets through Scotty Senior, then he fights Scotty Junior.
Well, whoever wins that fight, you get the chance to be Scotty Pippen Jr.'s dad, right?
That's true.
At that point. Yo, shout out to Scotty Pippen Jr., man. He's running
Oh, yeah.
point down in Vandy, but that is like hilarious to me. Like you get
I
to
had to bring that up.
you get to be. I saw a tweet. I think it was a tweet where someone said, I think they added Scottie Pippen Jr. and said, Malik Beasley is your dad. Yo, can you imagine someone saying that like at a game?
Oh my goodness, he's gonna hear it for a long,
Like-
okay, for a long time.
like he's at Duke. The Cameron Crazies are going crazy. And out of nowhere, they say, Malik Beasley is your dad. Like, they start to chant. And he's at the line. That's tough.
He's missing at least one. But yeah,
But think about Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley. I went to Basketball Reference. Shout out to Basketball Reference too. This guy signed for he just signed for $43 million. Shout out to him.
yeah.
But 11.5 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
40 mil.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Welcome
that's
to the
like-
NBA.
That's great stuff. And now he's with Scotty. He went on a date with Scottie Pippen's ex-wife and the mother of his kids, who are only 3 years younger than Malik.
This is all true.
And he's also married, by the way. Let's not leave that one out. With child.
Also true.
Malik might be getting way too much airtime.
You know
on
what?
this
Maybe
pod
we
right now.
make Malik really run the gauntlet. He has to fight. He has to fight. Wait. He has to fight Scotty Senior. If he gets through Scotty Senior, he's got to fight Scotty Junior.
And
Gets through Scotty Junior, we tie his hands behind his back, and he's got to fight his baby mom, his wife.
yes.
He's got to fight her
He's gotta
with his
fight her.
hands behind his back
Oh, my God.
in a boxing match, not UFC. So we're only using hands here, folks.
So, in a fight.
He's
Like-
basically got to protect himself with his shoulders.
So,
He's gonna just do this a lot.
Malik Beasley, like, he's getting so much airtime right now.
I know, yeah, probably.
No, like, not even from us. I'm
no,
talking
I know what you mean.
during the week, like, it was
Yes.
all Malik Beasley information and Malik Beasley stuff that, like, I know people went to look up Malik Beasley's stats,
Yeah,
and they were probably
his stock has
shocked
actually probably gone up,
completely.
which is so weird.
So I got a question for you. Let's stick to this Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen got to fight everyone that Larsa has cheated on him with, right? Supposedly, quote unquote. So now, who went? Like, you got to think of this matchup, right? So you got Scotty versus like Future,
Mhm.
right? You got Scotty versus Tristan
Yeah.
Thompson, and then you got Scotty versus Malik.
I don't know if he can beat any of them.
And,
Scotty's seen better days.
but Scotty's like
physically.
country strong, like big hands.
But some of these guys got big hands too.
Yeah, that's true.
It's kind of, if he was fighting like some average Joe, except for maybe Future.
Yeah.
But like,
You think Future could fight? I'm not sure.
I don't
I
get.
feel like I want to say he can though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like maybe like middle of the road.
Yeah,
Like he can hold his own.
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
exactly.
But who's
Who's got the best chance of making it a quick fight?
Yeah,
Tristan Thompson.
yeah, he could body him.
Yeah, that's why.
They're both the same height.
Yeah.
I think he might be taller than Scotty, right?
Maybe by like an inch.
Tristan's like what, like 6'10",
Yeah.
6'9"?
Yeah.
Scotty's old too. He's like in his 60s.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like Scotty, that's what I'm saying. Like that body's seen better days, and
Yeah.
Tristan has weight on him. And like it's all about. My grandfather used to always teach me: when you throw a punch, throw your whole body with it.
Yeah,
That's how you're gonna do damage.
he's knocking out Scotty, isn't he?
Tristan's got a lot of body to throw behind his fist.
Yeah, he's younger too.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's throwing him through a wall or something like that. Shout out to Scotty. Yo, the fact that Scottie Pippen Jr. was brought into this is crazy. He's just trying to live, like he's just trying to hoop,
I know.
and they're
Just a
just
young
adding
man.
him crazy about Malik Beasley. Shout out to Malik again. Shout out to Malik. Shout out to Larza. Shout out to everyone. Okay, shout out to everyone involved.
And shout out to their divorce lawyers and,
Yes.
and all the
Very much so.
all the work they're gonna be getting from this one
Oh
little.
my goodness.
What would Jada call it? An entanglement.
Yes, an entanglement for sure.
So sticking with the NBA, but switching gears a little bit.
Wait a
Actually,
s-
a lot of bit.
Way to switch a gear.
Yeah. To think that's about when you're talking about Larsa and Malik Beasley and Scotty Jr., it's probably time to shift gears.
Yeah, that's a full U-turn.
And divorce lawyers,
Divorce lawyers.
we got to
crazy.
switch gears.
Oh my goodness.
So the new NBA City Edition jerseys.
Mhm.
Clearly, we're fans of jerseys, and
Yes.
And in case you haven't been paying attention to this podcast at all, go back a couple episodes and you'll figure that out. That we're into jerseys a little bit.
Yes.
So the new City Edition jerseys came out for the NBA, which the season's coming up in a couple weeks. So these teams will be wearing these jerseys, and we both had some thoughts on the jerseys, good and bad.
Yes.
So I'm gonna pull them up right here for us. Feel free if you are watching.
All right, we're going full tech here. This is
Yeah,
great.
yeah. We got we have the technology, and I already have the photo here. Just because it's hard to remember, there's a lot of teams in the NBA, and it's hard to remember what all of them look like.
Yes.
So I got all of them here. Hopefully, we're not giving free advertising to the people who make the cover for my tablet. I won't say who makes my tablet. And it won't. There we go. We can zoom in and we can toy around with that. All right. So give me. I'll. Why don't you take the floor? Give me your thoughts on some of these.
All right. I'm gonna go in order here too.
Okay.
My 5, starting at 5.
Starting at 5. Mm-hmm.
So my number 5 on this list is the Phoenix jerseys. The
Okay.
Valley, the black with the Valley. I like a
Mhm.
nice black jersey.
Mm-hmm.
The Phoenix Suns always to me have like interesting jerseys, but the Valley with, I guess I don't know what that would be like.
With the silhouette.
Southwestern silhouette
Mhm.
vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that I've always been a big phrase describing where you play at.
Right.
So like
Yeah.
we play in the Valley, or Oakland is the town.
The town. Yeah.
Where else? Or the city. No, not the city. It says theirs is the town.
The town.
But yeah, like that's where
Like Sacktown.
Sacktown exactly, or
I mean, that kind of has the name in it, but still.
or like Charm City. Like
Yeah, yeah,
something
I get
that
what you're
kinda
saying.
describes
Didn't one of the Atlanta ones said like peach on it?
Peach.
It
Yeah,
said Peach
Town?
State.
Peach City, something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it said peach on it
Yes.
though. Something to do with
Yeah,
peaches
something with
on
peach.
it.
I am always a big fan of that with
Mm-hmm.
their with the jersey, so it kind of gives you like a, like you know where you are, but it doesn't necessarily tell you exactly where I am.
Right.
You just know
It's a
from.
nod to the city,
It's
which
a
is
nod
just
to the
what the
city.
jerseys are supposed to be.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, the City Edition jerseys are special jerseys that the teams wear throughout the years.
Mhm.
Throughout the year, that's supposed to be like an homage to the city
Yes.
that they play in. I mean, they always are doing that, but it's supposed to be particularly influenced by some cultural part of the city.
Yep. So that's number 5. Number 4 for me is the Chicago ones. Love the Chicago. Again, the theme.
It's a clean look.
Very clean look. The black jersey is amazing. I like the numbers. They always have a good jersey too.
That's true.
Their regular jersey, the regular home and away,
Fantastic.
It's fantastic. Number 3 for me is DC.
Oh, really?
Love the DC jersey.
Interesting.
For sure. DC jersey is hard. Number 2 is the Orlando jersey.
Wow.
Love the Orlando jersey.
Wow, I don't.
I love the see, for me, the Orlando jersey reminds me of the old ORL. That's really the main thing for me.
Yeah.
Is that's on the jersey now.
Yeah.
You know, for years I always wanted them to have that on the jersey.
Yep.
And so for me, I love that. The orange, I could do without the orange. If that was a blue, if everything was blue on there as far as the letters and the number, I'm fine with that.
Yes.
But I'm a fan. It's number 2 because of the Orlando.
Right.
That's my favorite logo that they have.
They got the design right. They just maybe didn't get the colors right.
Yes.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
And number 1, I got to do it. I got to go with the Basquiat ones, man.
Of
The
course.
Nets Basquiat
Of
jersey is
course.
amazing. An amazing jersey. Not only because it's the home team, but that is, and it's just for the reason of it. That's as city as it gets. For
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
it's staying true to the purpose of the jersey.
And that's really what they've been trying to do, I believe. And I love it. Not only because I'm a fan, but I love the concept of what they've been doing. It's the Biggie jersey. It's I remember when we first started doing, we had the gray and blue Dodgers, like Brooklyn Dodgers ode to them with our gray jersey. But for me, the city jersey, and I think if one gets bypassed, but the first city jersey we ever had was the Brooklyn Bridge one. You remember this?
Yeah.
So like it had Brooklyn Nets all the way across. I wasn't a huge fan of the whole Brooklyn Nets across the jersey.
Yeah.
But what that jersey was a ode to the bridge.
Yep.
And like I don't even know what to call it. It's like the grid. Whoever's been on the Brooklyn Bridge before listening to this, you know that there's like stanchions on the bridge.
Yep.
And it looks like
I don't
it's
know
like
what you
everything's
call those.
interlocking. I don't know what it is, but our whole jersey was
Like
that.
the facade of the brick. Like
Yeah,
the,
it's
like the
the wires. It's like cables.
Yeah.
They're like cables that are like suspending the bridge up.
right.
And that was on our jersey, and on our shorts we had every stop of the subway on it as well. It was very small. See, I'm a big detail guy. Like the detail part of it is huge. But the Boston, then we went to the Biggie jersey, which was popular. One of my favorites, the original black one, black jersey. Think D'Angelo Russell, 2018 Nets 60.
Yep.
When we had the black jersey, one of my favorites easily that we've ever had. Then we had the Bed-Stuy jersey. It was nice. It was a white jersey with the Coogee stuff. It was an ode to Bed-Stuy and where Biggie was from.
Yep.
But the Basquiat one is amazing.
It's a nice jersey.
It's amazing because it's clean, but
Very.
also it looks like an art piece. It looks like
It's true.
an art piece. Had
It's-
the crown on the side of the shorts too. It has the Brooklyn Nets across with his style of painting. I love it. I love it. So
I also
that's gotta
like
be number 1.
I like the fusing art and sport.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
I love it.
I think it could be done a lot more.
Yeah.
And I think the NBA is starting really more than other leagues is branching into that. Even though, interestingly enough, baseball is doing it with some different projects centered around like trading cards, and they're having like they had a whole art collection of trading cards come out that were like made more to be collected as pieces of art. They had famous like different street artists and like Ben Baller designed some stuff and all kinds of stuff. So you see sport. I like that. I like the infusion of art into sport.
Absolutely.
It's cool. I like those jerseys. I don't disagree with any of your top 5, except for maybe Orlando. But and I have my own reasons for that. Obviously,
I know. I think some people will probably look at the DC jersey as
I think
like
it's too plain.
like a reach for me at number 3, but like it's something about those colors. I like the American flag on the side, and I like a gray jersey as well. Like I don't mind that. And I like that logo too. That logo's great.
I'll give you a few takes for me.
Talk to me.
The Miami Vice jerseys this year. Not a fan.
I think it's the last time they're doing it too. This is the final installment, and they couldn't have messed this up more to me.
They did too much. I've seen so much people showing it love, and I'm like, this is a mishmash of things.
It's not it.
pick one or the other.
Yeah.
Pick the but you've already done it. That's the problem. You've already done the pink.
Yeah.
It's almost like you've ran out of ideas.
I think they have.
Well, then let's just not. Then
yes. Let's not do that. Then.
let's move on.
Please.
Like I would rather see them do something like Tony Montana inspired,
I know. Like Scarface.
which like they're not gonna do. but
No.
but you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, or do something that's like an homage to the to the heritage of the city. Something different. I don't know.
Where could they go? I don't even know where they could go after this.
I don't know. I could see something involving like palm trees
Mm.
or the water. You know, like
True.
it's Miami. Do something
is.
with the water.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot that can be done there, I think. And it's a color that's not typically infused with Miami because they wear like the black and the red and white. So maybe you work in some, I don't know, there's something interesting there, I think.
I think so too.
But not a fan of that. The G State jerseys,
Love
I love the inspiration behind
Love it.
them, but creativity, you don't get you
No.
get a very low score for me because you just rehashed an old jersey.
Yeah. It says Oakland on it.
Yeah.
Like, I wish it said Warriors.
I see people loving the San Antonio jersey.
It's a good one. I like
It's
it.
good. It's all right.
Yeah.
I like Utah's. I just like the color scheme of it.
Yeah.
It's a total departure from their typical, but it's like the ombre into
Yeah.
the black. I like that a lot. The Subway token Knicks. Woof. Okay, we'll move on. There's so like it's New York City. There's so much you can do, and you used a Subway token, like. I can't. I don't even want to get too into it. It's just ridiculous. I love what Atlanta did
Yes.
with the MLK
Yes.
jerseys. That's sick. That's
Sick.
awesome. It's shocking it took them this long to do.
Yes.
And it looks
Amazing.
great, by the way.
It
Not
looks
even just the
fantastic.
inspiration behind it, which is tremendous
Yeah.
for obvious reasons, but the gold and it's just a clean
Yes.
looking jersey.
Yes.
Awesome.
I actually, for Brooklyn, instead of saying Bed-Stuy on the jersey last year, I wish it just said Big
Oh.
or Biggie and
That
really
would've
go
been cool.
fully all in on the
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
'Cause we
which
were-
what Atlanta did.
And I know, I guess you couldn't. You needed clearance, just like we
And
did the Basquiat. You couldn't make the Basquiat jersey without talking to the estate. But the Biggie, you got to go fully all in with the Biggie if you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
I know Bed-Stuy, it's easier because you don't gotta, like, you don't have to, because the Bed-Stuy Biggie camo, they call it Biggie camo. It wasn't even. Or they call it Brooklyn camo, I believe. They didn't even call it
Yeah, they
anything
probably can't
Coogee
use
or
his
nothing like that.
likeness.
Yeah, and I guess you couldn't even do Big because Bed-Stuy, no one owns Bed-Stuy. Like,
Right.
you could use that.
yeah.
But I would have loved
And
to
there's
say,
also like there's controversy involved
Yeah.
in it. These teams want to stay as clean as possible
Yes,
and all
definitely,
that. So
definitely.
obviously MLK is someone who everybody can get behind.
Everybody.
So there's like an MLK Boulevard in every state in
every
America.
single one.
And then I think my favorite out of all of them, Denver.
Denver is great.
I
man.
like because I like the going complete departure from
Mm-hmm.
a team's colors, except for in the case of the Orlando Magic.
The red.
But the red with the orange.
Yeah.
But you stayed true to your typical uniforms because they love doing that silhouette of
Mm-hmm.
Denver, which, by the way, no one from anywhere would ever recognize that silhouette and go, "Oh, that's Denver."
Yes.
Stop it. But I like that they do it. It's obviously it has the mountains in the background, which
Yes.
is the whole point of it. I get that, but I just love the colors. I
Yeah.
think those on the court are gonna pop so nice.
Absolutely.
They're gonna look so good.
Absolutely.
Those are my favorite.
So I got a question for you. Who has never been good at doing this since they've put this up? I got one.
I mean, the Knicks have never been good at it.
Yes. The Knicks struggle with it for some reason. I don't know why.
They're always like, okay, this year is probably my least favorite. But the inspiration behind the ones with the like FDNY
Yes.
was good, but they could have made it look so much better.
Yes.
Last year's were okay,
I like
but
last year's.
to
'cause
me
it was
that's an
navy blue.
average alternate.
Yeah.
That's not a city. Like this is it's a city steeped in history
Absolutely.
and culture.
Yes.
So much you can do. Brooklyn fully dives into that.
Yeah.
And I feel like the Knicks they want to just like whitewash it and like have it not really.
Well,
I don't know.
I got a theory
know.
on that. Is it because of where the Knicks are in the city, as far as in Midtown, where it's money and everything? Is it hard for them to really embrace the culture because there's not a lot of culture there?
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I think it's also the diversity of their fan base.
Yes.
Whereas I think the Nets have a more centralized
Concentrated.
hometown, concentrated
Absolutely.
fan base. And also, they just moved to Brooklyn, so they're trying to really cultivate
Yes.
and foster that.
Yeah.
Whereas, and they want the Barclays Center to be this cultural epicenter.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Madison Square Garden is supposed to be larger than life, and the
Yeah.
Knicks are supposed to be larger than life. But the problem, there's riches and niches, so like hitting on that can be really great, like Brooklyn is seeing.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're such a big monster,
Yeah.
you can't be specific because you're gonna alienate parts of your fan
Mm-hmm.
base. So if you do something too cultural,
Yeah.
too niche, you might alienate parts of your fan base that are from elsewhere that might not get it. So I get kind of why,
Yeah.
but even if you were going to do a Subway token,
Just do
it could
better.
look so much
Just do it
nicer.
better. Yeah.
If you wanted to be inspired by the Subway,
Yeah.
which is obviously a huge part of New York City.
Definitely.
Though I don't think we should be paying it great tribute, but whatever. Like at that rate, just do the Empire State Building. Like do something
I think
else.
they should absolutely see. To me, I think they should have the whole. Like they should have an Empire State or like a Statue of Liberty jersey.
Yeah.
Cause
Like
like,
why not? Maybe like the Liberty is a reason that they
Yeah.
don't do that.
but like even so, like I can see the whole skyline of New York across the jersey.
Yeah, why not? Everyone else does it.
Simply,
And you have the most famous one.
Exactly. Like you know how the Jazz
Not for
have theirs
nothing.
across it.
Not for nothing. Why have we not done one with the towers on it?
Come on, are we giving them game right now?
Like-
They should. Steve Stout needs to be listening to this right now. Okay,
Like why are we not?
they should have a tower, and like just like the Mets. Shout out to the Mets who have the 9/11 memorial
Yep.
night on
Yep.
September 11th. Everything go to the museum in the
Oh,
survivors.
that'd be so good.
Every proceed from the jersey, everything.
That'd be
They should
so
have a
good.
9/11 jersey.
It would be so good. It should be the city edition. It should be the tribute through the whole year. And like
People
we're coming
people would love that.
and we're coming up on the 20-year anniversary of it this
Absolutely.
year. It would have been the perfect year to do it. We are coming up on the 2001. We are coming up on the 20-year
Yeah.
anniversary of it
Yeah,
happening.
next
Not
year.
that you want to like memorialize it and make it this big thing, but it's the perfect time to do it for a time of like remembrance and to contribute to the causes and
Yes.
all that.
Next fall, they should have they should have a Twin Towers jersey. Ready.
Oh yeah, because it would technically be because this year's weird because
Yeah.
it should have been actually the 2020
Yeah.
city edition. It's now becoming the 20. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. I got a question though about the Knicks in particular, but like it ties in.
Okay.
So it seems like you said, the difference between Brooklyn and the Knicks, it seems as though the Knicks, like Brooklyn is the hipster team. It's the young people's team. Barclays Center looks like a spaceship. We've been to Barclays Center for net games. It smells like Kenneth Cole in there. The hallways are black. It's like a cool spot. It's like you're in a club.
Yeah.
The court is gray and the lighting's kind of crazy, and they got a DJ going. He has his own
Constantly,
booth
yeah.
constantly. The Brooklyn Nets dance team is amazing, and so they fully embrace being, hey, we're not the Knicks. We haven't been here for 70 years. We're not your dad's team or your grandfather's team.
Yep.
But to me, the Yankees, similar to the Knicks, kind of like from been here for so long, so we have so many fans.
Yep.
And we're kind of a staple in the city. But I feel like they've reached out and touched cultural entities. Like they have a Kith collab. They have a Gucci collab. They have a Nike collab. Like they always collab with kind of like quote unquote the streets, like,
Right.
With culture.
Well, it's not surprising that the Knicks as an organization, or the Yankees as an organization, try harder than the Knicks. I mean, it's I kind of mean that as a slight, but
what is preventing them from doing that? And this is a basketball
the
city.
people who run the team.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
that's what it
You
is
gotta
at the
wanna
end of
do
the
it, right?
day.
You
yeah,
gotta wanna reach out.
exactly.
Because like
That's
to
what
me,
it is at the end of the
a
day.
Kith Knicks setup, a Kith Knicks collab.
Just makes all the sense in the
I
world.
mean, I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. That's
Yeah.
the weird thing with me. It's like, why isn't that a
Yep.
thing? But like Brooklyn, they embrace like, hey, listen, like we're fully for the people in the streets here. So like, let's do a Basquiat jersey of all jerseys and all people.
Yep.
You know. So, but to me, the one person I'm looking at, the one team,
Mm-hmm.
and you said Knicks. I'm going with Dallas here, man. I don't even know what that is, bro.
Wait, where is it?
Dallas is up here.
Oh, it's that.
I don't even.
They like copied the
know.
Toronto ones
But
from whenever,
why
like
is
with
it
the gold.
What does the gold got to do anything? I may have to read
I think
up on
people like that color. I know. I don't know. Yeah, maybe there's some reason behind it.
it. But I've never understood their city anything they've had.
Yeah, they haven't been great.
To me, my favorite is the throwbacks, like the early Dirk when he first got here with the basketball and they had the cowboy
And the
hat.
hat. Yeah, it's
M.
awesome.
They should just do that jersey as their thing.
Yeah, why not?
But like, I don't know what they're trying to do here with this Dallas jersey.
Not for nothing. Why not do like a little like collab with the Cowboys? Like
know.
work something with like like
Like-
I know we can't go cross league or whatever, but I don't know. There's a way to nod to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot. Like Dallas is a major city.
Yes.
I'm sure there's a lot you could do.
How you feel about these Clippers jerseys?
Horrible.
That's like the San Andreas. Like,
Yeah, man. Give me a break.
I didn't like the white ones last year. People
They
like
weren't-
this black one. Though.
I don't like it.
I
I
don't
don't
like
like
it either.
either of them. I didn't like last year's. I don't like this year's.
I don't like the logo. Like the
I don't know
the
what
front.
they would do,
Yeah, I
but
don't
to
know.
me, this is not it.
Because they're in a weird spot too. Because I don't know what they are trying to promote. as
Also,
themselves.
like I don't know, like, because to me, it's like you said, it's like San Andreas. To me, this is that font in particular is associated a lot with like Latino culture,
yes,
and to me, the Lakers represent Latino culture way more than the
real?
Clippers.
absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, now I'm not from that area, but from what I know,
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that the Lakers are far more infused in Latino culture than the Clippers are.
Yeah,
Again, from what I know, not being from the area, but
Mhm.
it's weird. It's like they're trying to force it. I don't know, like, and I know that they're not directly saying, "Hey, this is a nod to Latino culture" by using this font, but like, isn't that what it's inferring? Like, that's kind of why you use that.
yeah. Like you're like this should resonate with
That like immediately you look at that and you think of West Coast
yes,
Latino like
Yeah.
culture
SA
and
culture. Yeah, like
yeah,
that vibe,
yes,
that vibe for sure.
and I think that's the whole purpose of it.
No,
If
definitely.
you're playing a drinking game, you just did mad shots for every
know,
time
I
Nick
did.
said Latino culture. Jesus,
And my last one is I don't know what New Orleans.
New
was.
Orleans.
I understand.
I like
it.
not putting words on it.
I do. I like that too. I like the LaFleurs too.
Yeah, that's cool. But
Is it LaFleur?
Florida Lee,
Florida Lee.
LaFleur.
LaFleur is the coach of the Packers. What am I saying?
But I knew what you meant, and so did everyone. Everyone listening and watching knew exactly what you meant. They pictured in their head the little thing, and they're like, "Yeah, that thing. We know what that is."
LaFleur? Yo, that's a T-shirt, isn't it? I think so. I think that's a T-shirt, yo.
You know what we should do is do the Saints like helmet,
Yes.
but just put a picture of Matt LaFleur on it instead.
No, definitely.
No, I don't know. I like the right intentions, wrong action. That's what I'll say. Dang, that was so loud. My mic picked it up. Right intentions, wrong action. Like they didn't execute it well, but I like where they were headed.
Mhm.
Like maybe next year it could be better.
No, yeah.
But I like not having words on the jersey. It's kind of cool. And like they're the only team that would put Florida Lees on their jersey, so
Yeah.
you immediately know by seeing the Florida Lee,
Yes.
oh, it's New Orleans.
Yes, and the color that French, like the
The French flag,
colors.
yeah.
I like the Sixers. Sixers is good.
Yeah, Sixers is
It's
solid.
good. It's solid.
Minnesota, I wish they did a different font. But
Yeah.
I love the colors and everything.
Mhm,
Just give me a different font. Give me the old Garnett ones.
I know.
I love
I
those.
know.
By the way, worst. Portland. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's rough.
Doo-doo brown,
That's
and
rough.
it just says Oregon on it.
That's rough, man.
There couldn't be a less interesting jersey to me. That's a horrible jersey. And you got some dudes with real swag, and your normal jerseys are so clean.
They're so great.
What are we doing?
Again, I think people try.
Give me a
so
picture
hard.
of like somebody like a fan trying to punch Ron Artest. You know what I'm saying? Like give me something. I don't know, but not that. What about aren't they like the Rose City or something like that?
Yeah, They haven't done one.
Oh, it'd be so cool to do something with roses on
it'd
it.
be great. I'm surprised
That
they
would
haven't
look
done it.
great.
We keep giving these people ideas.
I know,
man. It's
for
crazy.
real.
This IP is crazy right now. like I'm surprised, but like it just seems like.
But these are obvious,
so
aren't
obvious,
they?
Man. The 9/11 jersey with the towers on it.
That has to be done.
Come on.
That has to be done.
You want to talk about selling? They'll sell that.
Oh my goodness!
That
you
will
could have
sell.
it saying Knicks, and the I in Knicks is the tower.
Come on, man. Come on. You could hit so many different people.
And you'd have people that aren't Knicks fans buying that jersey
For sure.
because for a similar reason of the FDNY.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a certain sentimentality of the city.
Yes.
People would see that, and they would just be like, "Man, that's cool," and it's legitimate. It's not like some random person selling T-shirts on the side of the street.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Knicks, you know.
It
there's,
is.
There's legitimacy to
It
it when
is.
you buy it, and then especially like you said, if it's connected to the organizations that benefit, victims' families and things like that, then forget it, man.
Oh, come on.
You're gonna sell them like crazy.
Because I feel like they're the only ones that kind of don't. Yeah, Brooklyn's new, but it happened in that happened in downtown.
It happened right there.
It happened right there on the island of Manhattan. Like it happened there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it would be so fitting. It would go.
Think of how many people set foot in that building every year for Knicks games that were impacted by that event.
Completely.
It just makes all the sense in the world to
All
me.
the sense.
But it's same thing with not same thing, but like the Roses and
Yeah, the
and,
Oregon one.
and the Blazers.
See,
like
even if you put like Rose City on it,
it'd be cool.
just Rose City
With like
roses.
a rose for the O.
Come on,
Be
yo,
great.
we gotta cut it. We
I know.
can't giving out the secrets, man. They need to pay us for this.
For real.
This
All right,
is
well, you
nuts.
know what? We can cut it and move on to yet another topic involving our affinity for jerseys and alternates and all that.
Yes.
The bracket, which we haven't updated
The bracket.
because something happened. So, first things first, the first matchup, who was it that won the first matchup? It was the Powder Blues against the Miami Vice, and Miami Vice blew them out.
about it.
Like, bad.
I said Miami Vice is a strong. That was a strong two. Strong two.
So they're headed to the finals, which will be voted on this week on our Instagram at Second Favorite Sports. So definitely check that out and vote for the finals to see who wins the best second jersey bracket. But the problem is we had the Orlando Magic Blue, my Orlando Magic Blue, facing off against the Mighty Ducks Anaheim Ducks alternate.
Yep.
Trent, it finished in a tie.
Crazy.
Let me tell you something right now. Okay? I'm going to look right at the camera. We had an uneven amount of votes on the first poll. Which was the Miami Vice versus the Powder Blues. We had an uneven amount of votes. And then, for some reason, on the second poll, we got one less voter, which meant we had an even amount of votes, which led to the possibility of there being a tie. I don't know who you are, but I hate you. Okay? Anyway, because that happened, because we ended in an actual 50-50 tie, we now have to... We didn't want to do this.
We didn't.
We wanted the people to decide, but we now have to pick. Trent, who wins? The Orlando Magic Blue or the Mighty Ducks Anaheim Ducks alternate? Who goes on to face the Miami Vice jersey?
We didn't want this to happen, people. We wanted you guys to decide, but
You forced our hand.
I'm rolling with the Mighty Ducks for sure.
As much as it hurts me to do this, I'm actually going to agree with you. I'm going to agree with you because I think had even more people voted, I think if we got 1 million people to vote, I think the Anaheim Ducks edges it out. I do.
I feel you.
So I think the Ducks should move on. Magic put up a great fight. It was that close, but I think... and also thinking about, you're not really supposed to do this, but thinking about the future matchup, I think the Ducks will give the Vice jersey the best run for its money. But I'm not going to lie to you, Trent, and I don't mean to sway the audience. I think the Vice is gonna walk away with this
You
one.
think so?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's gonna, and I think it's two seeds in the
I
finals.
think it is. That's
Which is kind of how it ends up in the Final Four,
does.
like
It does.
in the tournament a lot.
It does.
But I think we're gonna see but I don't know. And there's only one way to know. You have to go to @SecondFavoriteSports on Instagram
Mm-hmm.
and decide for yourselves. Do not make this a tie,
Please
please. We don't want to do this. We don't want to do it again. This was difficult, but we had to do it. It's gonna be the Anaheim Ducks against the Miami Vice jerseys @SecondFavoriteSports. Go on there and vote. The episode is live now. The polls will be too.
Yep.
Or the poll.
The poll.
The poll.
The one.
And it'll only be up for 24 hours. So go check it out. It will come out. How about we say this? It will come out the day after this episode airs. The episode will air on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
At Thursday at 6 a.m., you will be able to vote
There you go.
for the finals of the bracket.
Go vote, people, please.
So go check it out @SecondFavoriteSports. If it is Friday before 6 a.m. and you're somehow listening and watching, you can still vote. And we will see on the next episode who is the winner of the best second jersey bracket.
I'm intrigued, man. I'm really
I
intrigued.
think the results have been interesting. I don't want to say predictable because it has been kind of unpredictable, but interesting, but kind of what you'd expect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not predictable, but what you'd expect.
Yeah, it wasn't chalk.
But there's been
like,
some close and tough matchups.
It has.
But I think what I will say is I think we have a good matchup in the finals.
I think so too.
I'm happy with either result.
I think so too. I
But
think
definitely
it's
go
gonna
on
be
and vote.
legit.
I mean, it's really nostalgia versus just like cool. Yeah,
Yes.
that's the word that came to my mind.
Yes.
It's just cool.
Just cool.
And who wins? Who wins? I don't know. Nostalgia or cool? And I'll tell you what. If it was this year's Miami Vice jersey, they wouldn't win. But we're not talking about this year's Miami Vice jersey.
No, we're not.
But we're basically talking about all prior years,
Yes.
kind of mixed together. There's no
Which-
one specific.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that jersey in particular is. Listen, if you told me Miami Heat were changing their names to Miami Vice, I think I'm perfectly fine
Yeah.
with that. You know, but that jersey and against this Duck jersey, and I think I said a hockey jersey is gonna win this.
Yeah.
I think I said
Yeah.
that in the beginning. I was like, yeah, like they're just cool looking. They do something. Those logos are something for people. They really are.
Yeah, it's really a battle of like I would think the kind of color scheme,
Yeah.
because I think that's what people like most about the Vice, obviously, those
Mhm.
bright neon colors.
Yeah.
It's a battle of color scheme versus logo and like design.
And how you feel about that logo?
Yeah.
You know.
So go on and vote. Decide. We'll talk about it in the next episode. We'll tell you who won. And there may be more to follow
Yes.
after that. But we'll leave it at that. We'll
Yes.
leave it at that for now. But definitely go on and vote. This has been episode 9.
Yep.
I was trying to think of someone to relate the number to.
I started this when we were talking about earlier. This is Olympic Mike.
Oh,
Olympic Michael Jordan.
okay.
This is 92 Dream Team Mike. That's what we're gonna call this episode.
There you go.
Episode Olympic Dream Team Mike.
Yeah, we're working on it.
We're working on it.
It'll grow on you.
Yes.
But this has been your
Second.
favorite sports podcast. Don't forget you can catch all the episodes at youtube.com/secondfavoritesports. Don't forget to like this video and any video that you watch, only if you like it, of course. Don't forget to comment if you have any feedback or
Yep.
if you think that the results that we should have chosen a Magic jersey, or let us know what you think of the City Edition jerseys. Would you like to see a September 11th Knicks jersey like we would? Because
Yes.
I think a lot of people would.
I think so.
And then don't forget to check out soundcloud.com/secondfavoritesports if you prefer to just listen to the podcast. The episodes are there, and you can download them so you can listen to them offline.
Yep.
And, of course, don't forget, @secondfavoritesports on Instagram is where to go for extra content, for updates on all the episodes, and to vote in the finals of the best second jersey bracket. But for this episode, that's all we got.
Yep.
We'll catch y'all next time.
Peace.
Peace.